All right, all right. Hey guys. Oh, Saggies, thank you so much for joining me once again. So Sag, some of you there was like about 100 of you in a chat with me, and we were already starting a video, and all of a sudden it just internet totally crashed. And we were this many cards in, okay? And so that was just moments ago, and I decided, okay, let me see what I need to do here. So things have been rebooted and I hope it'll be smooth, but we're going to pick up right where we left off, which means I got to do a recap here because many of you will be seeing this for the first time. Some of you will know exactly where we are, but what happened in our storyline so far, Sag, and it was such a strong storyline. I don't want to abandon it. I want to pick up right where we left off. The first two cards that came out, it was all about kind of like a wish. And it seemed like Sag was wishing that someone who they saw tremendous potential in could just step up to the king's energy instead of being maybe this kind of like ostentatious, needing to be a hero, wanting to be seen as a knight in shining armor, kind of larger than life character. If only this character could kind of like break away from a particular persona that was really knight's energy, almost like this person didn't really have, in Sagi's perspective anyway, they didn't really see this person as someone who fully like believed in themselves enough to be a king, because they were still kind of maybe people pleasing. And the reason I say it that way is because what we saw with the other selection of cards is that Sag kind of sadly has said, well, I need to just move on from this. I can't wait around for them to maybe make some choices. And although I feel like we're soulmates, and although I still love this person, care about this person, I see that they tend to still be maybe surrendering their own happiness, pieces of their own ability to live their own life, in order to, like, maybe they want to stick around for the kids until the kids are all grown up. Maybe they were in some other connection, whatever this was. Sag is not bitter about it. They simply are little melancholy, like, kind of sucks that yes, Jojo, I'm back. I'm sorry about the internet crash there. I just wanted to pick up right where we left off in this storytelling. But no, it's like Sag is saying, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to still love this person from afar because I felt like they were a soulmate, but I can't spend too much time sitting around waiting for them. And Sag does. Sag is moving onward to a very balanced energy. Their divine masculine and feminine energy is very on point. They may be very focused on making their life extremely profitable. What came out in part one, well, I'll say in the portion of the story before the internet cut out, is that Sag might even be very business minded, maybe have far reaching plans. I was suggesting, like, this looks like some extravagant resort or something that they might want to actually have. It looks like a lot of business planning because that is King of Pentacles, but it's also a lot of happiness, and it's a wonderful energy. And then we were exactly here when the internet cut out. What I was explaining is, as Sag is kind of like releasing this person, and they may do something rather symbolically, like one thought at a time, one day at a time, one, like deleting one photo at a time, or releasing whatever these flowers, these buttercups are that are being let go down the river of life. I feel like every time Sag symbolically, energetically releases a little bit more of this, the I'll say the remaining, like, this might sound really sad, but the remaining wishes that this person is ever going to step up to the plate and become that King of Wands, the more that they release this and just be like, hey, I surrender this and I surrender that. And, take care of yourself. And I'm not going to hold on to these old memories, or that, like that little gift you gave me once upon a time. I'm going to let those things go. And as I do, it's crazy because I feel like it's starting to have the reverse effect on this want to be king. And I think that that's maybe because the burden gets heavier the more Sag releases their own melancholy about this. That melancholy has to go somewhere. I think it's getting heaped on their shoulders. I feel like they sense Sag releasing them, because this Ten of Wands is in the reverse, is not laying down a burden. It's getting heavier, but one person is releasing a burden, but it's transferring the burden onto that individual's shoulders. That's what I see happening, even though the Sag seems to be really focusing. And I feel like Sag's life is possibly about to get very, very full, very, like I say, business oriented, very focused on growth, very invested in themselves. Eight of Cups. Yeah, it doesn't get that much more invested. Also, Sag has opened themselves up to possibly having a new chapter of love with someone. They view themselves as single. No wonder, Simone, you're so cute. No wonder this is one of those situations where Sag is we saw them like releasing. It's because they've turned their back on this in every way. They've said, hey, that person, they're not ready to be a king. They're still embroiled in something else. I wish that they were, but they're not. So it's me that gets to make this change, and I'm letting it be what it is. And I am opening my eyes and opening this book of love and this new chapter to a new romance, to something else that could be just beautiful for me. It could be I feel like Sag might already have an idea. They're either thinking and they're very receptive to and open to the idea of, kissing somebody else's lips. They maybe haven't met that person yet, but if somebody asks Sag right now, are they single? This Sag would say very single. Sag is not sitting around at home crying over this person. Sag already released them and released that sorrow. And they are very much like, they view themselves as single. That's really exciting. Tell me just a little bit more, because that Ace of Wands, this to me makes me think that Sag is very ready to open a chapter within, the World card. It could be with the Capricorn. Could be that they start talking to somebody that lives in a different location. Could be that this might sound crazy, but it could be somebody that is quite known in whatever their arena of life is. It doesn't mean that they're a superstar worldwide, but they could be somebody who is quite well known in some other part of the world. There's a lot of like amazing singer and songwriters and people like that wind up hitting it big in one country, and then another country doesn't even know about them. You wouldn't realize what a big deal they actually are unless you were from a particular culture. And I'll say this because it's in my mind right now, and I don't know why this is being connected, but that amazing singer LP, oh my God, what a voice she's got. I remember hearing that she wound up extremely popular, like a #1 hit, Lost on You, in Greece, actually, which is ironic because I'm in front of a Greek backdrop. And she didn't even know that she'd hit it big over there, because I believe she is an American, and now she's big here too. But I think she first got her stardom there. So I don't know, maybe that's a great song too. And maybe that's applicable here. Whatever this is, our Sag might just be meeting somebody maybe of another culture, maybe somebody of a whole different realm of life. But the World card can talk about travel. It can also talk about, Jojo, I love it. You're famous to me, honey. You're here with me right now, so you're famous to me. But this is one of those situations where somebody could be, they're in a place right now where whatever this romance may be for Sag, it could also be something that opens their world, takes them places. Page of Cups, again, very new energy. Knight of Cups, King of Cups. Wow. So Sag let go of the king that wasn't, the person who just couldn't quite step up and be a King of Wands. And because they thoroughly let go of that, they released themselves from that. That is perhaps why they are really getting a chance to know this new person. This new person has perhaps not really stepped into Sag's world just yet. And I suggest that because of the distance that we still see here. This may be like on the horizon, but when they do, they're going to have some awesome conversations, fascinating conversations, and truthful conversations. This is not lighthearted, nor is it like super intense and demanding, but rather it's engaging kind of conversation. And this is one of my absolute favorite Knight of Cups cards, because she's playing the human heart. Sag is a siren, whether or not they know it. Sag does not have to be feminine, could be masculine, feminine, could be same-sex couples we're talking about, whatever. But the bottom line is the attentiveness that Sag gives to this person, it's a two-way street. Both people are very like pulled in by each other. There's a lot of allure here, but in particular, I don't know if Sag has some beautiful speaking voice or something about them that is just, it's really pulling this person in, really pulling this person toward them. I feel as if this individual they hear the sound of Sagi's heart. Maybe that's really important. Maybe these two talk about something heart related. Just like the heartstrings and the things that make someone's heart feel really warm and wonderful. This is looking like they're a King of Cups. This is a person who maybe they don't let everybody in, but man, they are very welcoming to Sag. Maybe they almost immediately start talking to Sag in a way they wouldn't normally open up and warm up to someone else. That may be a superpower gift that Sagittarius has. Maybe they are really gifted at, that sensitivity, that like they're a good active listener. They're excellent at allowing someone to really like melt into their presence and feel like it's a safe space to really open up. This is such nice energy because all of this is about opening, right? An open lotus flower. We have the opening in this wall of granite. We have this wonderful, the teacup where we're holding it right up to our faces so that we can open up to each other. This is so different. They made a really good choice for themselves to move forward. Now, as much as I don't really want to linger on that king that didn't ever step up to being a king, but possibly had remained a knight, because we left them with a pretty heavy burden, they remained. I'm picturing right now like a race that was run, I should say, and Sag like outpaced them easily, and they're somewhere way back there, still near the starting line, and Sag is, they've already finished the marathon and they're off to a whole new event. I do want to look at them for just a moment, only because they were important, right? They were important. Now, they might have just been important because Sag learned to let them go. Ace of Cups in the reverse. I think that the reason this King of Wands, who's not been able to step up to being a King of Wands, I think the reason that they remain unable to do so is because they really haven't figured out how to love themselves enough yet to choose what's right for themselves. Sag might have been exactly the right person for them, but only if they could be empowered enough to choose Sag. And I just don't think that they are there still. They don't seem to be there. Emperor, but Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. They dream about it. I feel like this person will probably have that fantasy that someday I'm going to be that emperor, and Sag is going to like absolutely, they could be an Aries. But someday Sag is we're going to be together. They're going to see me as this powerful individual. The only problem with this is with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, they haven't even begun working on building that part of their character. They haven't even begun to like sculpt themselves into an emperor nor into a king. But they certainly hold on to this dream of Sagittarius. And maybe that might be as close as they can get to matching with Sag, is like in their beautiful dreams, they can imagine being with somebody like Sag. We've got a Five of Pentacles in the reverse. This person's going to be all right. They've got their own things to do and tend to. Eventually, I don't think that this was any kind of a missed opportunity. Basically, this was, and Sag knew it. That's why they let this go. They said, oh, that person could have been a soulmate. I still saw him as a soulmate, but I also got to release him. And I think that was probably all for the best, because that wasn't the right person. I mean, that simply wasn't the right person for Sag. This new individual is the right person, or at least the right person for right now. That if Sag wants to have somebody they open up to and who opens up to them, that's what they're meeting. And it's all thanks to the fact that they let go of that person that wasn't there yet. They hadn't arrived at that level of, I'll just say that vibration yet. I want to just look a little closer at that King of Cups, because they are the other very important player here for Sag. I love that it's new love. Okay, so we have a Seven of Wands in the reverse and a Nine of Cups upright. And this is kind of very specific and kind of goofy. Oh, look, there's 61 of you in here and 16 thumbs up. 61, 16. That's awesome. Sorry, that just caught my eye. I don't know why. The inversion there. This is one of those situations where I feel like these characters, they potentially have a really easy time laughing at things in life. They may like absurdities in life. There's lots of absurd things that happen, and I feel like the two of them, they don't get hung up on anything. Sag and this King of Cups together, they have this attitude of, you know what, you can get stressed out over everything, or you can decide to make light of stuff, especially with this Seven of Wands. You notice that I'm going to say that whoever this king is, they may have been through the meat grinder of life a time or two. Heck, maybe they have a bit of a history. Maybe this person has, paid their debt to society, got themselves into some trouble in younger years. They may have lots of tats. Those tattoos could all be very important to them, or they wear their life story in just the wrinkles on their face or something like that. But whatever this is, this person is there's many facets to this character, but they're upfront and open about it. They don't block anything. They openly say who they are, where they've been, where they've come from, why they've lived the life they have. It makes sense, though, that they probably don't tell everybody their life because they have been a block of granite, but they open up to Sag. And it's probably all because there's a lot to this person. This is a deep person. Whoever this king is, they are someone where the more Sag gets to know them, the more maybe fascinated Sag is going to be about their life. Like, wait a minute, you lived in this country before, and back in the day your life went this way, or you went through these different experiences, and then how did you end up here, and how do you speak three languages? It could be somebody who's really fascinating. But the big thing is this person has learned how to enjoy life, how to not be bitter, but rather to be joyful, and to know that sometimes you do compartmentalize a little bit in order to be able to focus on the positive. But man, this person has made great efforts in their life. This king has made great efforts in their life to be happy against all odds. They've made themselves into a really powerful person, and they're also not afraid to share all of their life with Sag. I think that's a really, they feel very independent, but they also feel lighthearted, and yet somebody with great gravity, which is an interesting blend. I think that, I don't know, I like this character. For some reason, I feel like this character may also have a particular, if this Sagittarius has like a certain flair, if Sag wears things that other people don't wear, they dress a little brighter, they this is like, say this Sag that we've been talking about is a masculine, maybe they have like some really amazing purple shirt that they wear with this lime green tie. I feel like this mate is going to be like, oh my god, that's the hottest outfit ever, and Sag is going to be like, serious, I just wear it because why should I not, why not just go big or go home? But I can't believe that they think that it's so sexy. Yeah, this person does. Or if this is like a female Sagittarius, they may have a particular, kind of outlandish something unique. Maybe they have like a flash of extra color in their hair, something that is uniquely their own thing, and they can wear it where probably not everybody else could. And they make it look really, really good, really different. And I think this person loves it. I know it's a weird specific thing, but I almost feel like Sag and this person could initially appear to clash. Like they may seem really more controlled, and Sag may be like a brighter, bolder. And what's wild is they love that part about Sag. They love, and you would think that maybe those two wouldn't go together, but that's only because until you get to know the real story of who this person is underneath those layers of cool and calm, you don't realize that this person they're not like a stick in the mud, and they're not super like studious and super serious. This character has a lot more to them. Anyway, kind of a cool, I've never had so much come out about like the new love, and that was a really fun one. You guys, I'm sorry to anybody who was hanging out with me and then you saw the internet just crashed and burned on us for a little bit, and so we missed, it was a fascinating story, and I just left all the cards there so we could pick right up where we left off. So thank you guys, for those of you who rejoined me in this one, and to anyone that missed out on that. I'm sorry for the interruption, but thank you guys. Thank you so much, Jojo. Hey, Junior John, thanks for being here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hey, Brenda. You guys are so cool. I love that you're having chit chats with each other. Bruce Reed. Hey, glad you're in the house tonight. Hey, Gordy Rock. It is my pleasure. Thank you for being here and bringing your awesome cheers. All right. I will see you guys in the next video. Sag, you guys will be getting another video, by the way, before the week is out. So look for that. Yours might come out again Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to aim for Saturday, but it might not come out until Sunday. But in any case, I will see you guys again before the week is out. And thank you, everybody. If you do enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Hi, sweetie.